So I'm Yoav Schlezinger, and originally I'm from Israel. Grew up in Tel Aviv, and most Israelis, when they finish the army at 21, they go and travel and experiment with other drugs and whatever. And for months, they just go with like a backpack and travel to South America or Asia. And I just moved to the U.S. and started school. But in the U.S., for me, that was the first time I actually realized and come to a conclusion and agreement with myself that I'm gay. And for me, that was my exploration. Like, that was my getting crazy time, because up until then, I got used to giving the attention to females. I remember my first night when I went out to a gay bar. It was in Chicago. It was while this show, Real World Chicago, was on MTV that time. And then there was a gay guy there on the show, Chris, I think was his name. And then they showed him going to this area called Boys Town in Chicago, which is the gay area. And I was watching the show every week, and I got very curious. And then one night, I got really drunk, hanging out with some friends in the straight bar. And I got really bored, too. And I was like, I knew exactly what train to take. I knew exactly what stop I need to get off. And I was like, hey, guys, I told him I'm going to go home. I'm done. I'm tired. I went on the train. I went to the Boys Town. And then I went to my first bar, which was Spin. It was like January or February, because I had like this big sweater on. You know, all the guys there with their tank tops, even when it's like 10 degrees out. And I have this big sweater on, and I'm sitting in the bar, and I have a beer, and I look around, and I'm like, wait, so it means like now everyone's here gay? I was like, really? It's like, I was so oblivious. And then people started talking to me a little bit. I drank a little more beer and stuff, and they're like, oh, just come dance with us. And I'm like, okay. I was a little tipsy. So we went to the back, and I had a tank top underneath my big sweater. So we took that, they took off my sweater, and I was like dancing with a tank top, and everybody was like touching and, you know, grabbing, and I was just living in a dream. I was like, what the hell? Like, I was missing this whole time. And I remember like going home. I didn't hook up with anyone. I just danced with those people and went home. And I remember like getting into my bed and like just laying on my back and had the biggest smile on my face. And I was like, wow, this is me. This is like the moment when you really feel belong. And it's like, wow, and it's like amazing.